Good evening and welcome to the season 13 of NXTGEN. This is the Group A1 Tourers, and we're here at the classic Francorchamps for round number 3. And we're in the beautiful new edition of the BMW M1 Procars. And boy do they look brilliant to look at. And also should produce some fantastic racing, being a one-make race. The drivers tonight will be as follows: One Mofo, Ben Sully 2000, NGR Fraser, Whitford 0, D Whitehouse 7, WRT Edu STM, NGR Scooby G, NGR Royston, Cam 123 Deers going for a big moment into the wall in the yellow and black one. The lead, Jamie F430, RDF1 Adam Morris, Tim going for a bit of an off himself there, Jack TM53 Synopsis, who's just coming out of the pit lane, and Slider Gas 28. The classic Francorchamps circuit, a 8.76 mile circuit, 14.1 kilometers of breathtaking roads. It is absolutely flat out racing. It's very, very long lap, as you can imagine, being 14 kilometers. Lots of crests, lots of turns, and a lot of things that can go wrong on this circuit. So the championship standings then. Scooby G leads the pack with 37 points to Edu, who is on 36. Jack is on 30. Jamie F430 is on 24, then Les on 19, D Whitehouse 7 also on 19, along with NGR Fraser. Adam Morris is on 18, Royston 15, Whitford 0 is on 14, Slider Gas 28 is on 11, Caesar 82 on 10, Line of Greasby on 8, Tim on 8, One Mofo 6, AOR Gizmo 4, Envoy Extreme 4, and Shockshaft on 3. As always, if you have any comments to say during the race, please do put them in the comment section. As we continue on this epic series, obviously a week behind. But there is Whitford 0. Let's go on board with the lap with Whitford 0 then. The wonderful M1 Procar. So we come down the main straight and towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Eau Rouge's left-hand part into Radion. Up over the top. Down the Camel Straight, which isn't very straight back then. King's right. Continues to king right again into the left. All of this looking flat at the moment. King's left through here. Then our king right, which will tighten up into Les Coms, which is a long 9 left-hander. Back end trying to step down to the Haut de la Côte. This very fast flick left-right chicane. And then down towards Bernardville. And a very fast, long right-hander. Bit of camber in. Wait for being stuck behind whoever that is ahead. This goes in. As you exit this, it tightens up. Then it goes into the left-right of Malmedy. Over the crest through the right-hander. and then onto the master straight after another flick left. And flick right. Down the master straight we go. This is where you'll reach your top speeds of the car as we head rapidly towards the master kink. Very fast, pretty much flat left, right. Down the Hollowell straight now. Up over the crest as we go down towards Hollowell and Stavelot. Through Howe. Then tightens into Stavelot here. Down a gear. Apply the throttle back on. Use all the road as you can. Up towards then Le Carrier. Go through this flick left. Then into Le Carrier. Just this left-right cut set of corners. The right hander a lot tighter. You will be on the brakes or not in the M1 Procar. Some cars you do. Just a little lift down to fourth. Up to the next corner, which is a right hander, which again will be flat. Just a little confidence lift there by Whitford. Up into fifth, down the next big straight of the circuit as we head towards the famous Blanchimont. We're down, you get a flick right and a flick left. Then into Blanchimont we come. Again left, not as flat as modern day there. Up to, again, a fast right-hander as we come up to the clubhouse corner. That's what we do here, absolutely pinned through clubhouse. And then down to La Source, which on this version is the final corner. For the first man to set a time. What time is it going to be? Jack has his lap invalidated. A 3 minutes 45.9. One high mover behind goes quicker with a 3 minutes 44.1. 346.7 by Cam 123. There's a 348.6 by the Les. Fraser a 353. We can expect a bit more time out of him. Edu a 349. Royston 350. Scooby G 352. D Whitehouse a 359. Taking out some of the signage as well. Bonus points for that man. Now it was interesting because I had some information in from Jack Millington. Basically saying that in qualifying trim, it looks like the loose setup is quicker by a few seconds. However, in the race, it could be a lot closer because, see, with the loose setup, it's very likely to lose the back end of the car. So you could lose a bit of time through the corners. And interestingly as well, with slipstream, on the loose setup, the M1 maxes out at 179, whereas the stable setup on 189. And the slipstream, massive out, absolutely huge. You could gain around 6 seconds if you're good with it and keep decent distance. But Jamie FL30 has recorded the best time so far, a 3:44.2, 6/10 up on anybody. There's Adam Morris right behind him. They're not going to get many laps out of this, I can tell you that much. Down the master straight they go. Through the master kink, and you can see Adam Morris, the slipstream there, really providing for him. These two well-known associates will help each other. They come down the Hollowell straight towards Hollowell. On the back end, really trying to step out there, and Adam Morris through Hollowell and Stavelot. Absolutely flat chat, this is. Through Stavelot. They come out through Stavelot into Le Carrier. Trying to gain as much time as possible. So they now head to Blanchimont for their current attempt. They'll get one more. So if you've only just started your lap, this will be a final lap. Through Blanchimont. And up towards Clubhouse for Adam Morris and Jamie F13 on this current attempt. And now towards La Source. Back down the hill. What time does Adam Morris set? Whitford Zero has gone quicker with a 3:43.4. He has finished his qualifying. Adam Morris a 3:40.7, 2.2. That slipstream doing him the world of good. Sliding gas currently having to do his times. There's Tim as well. Still yet to do a time. Jack all on his own. This is not good for Jack. He's all on his own. Round here, the slipstream is massively important, especially if you can find a partner to pair up with. Jamie going back into second then with a 3:43.0. Although this time he's got the slipstream from Adam Morris. You continue to watch Jack as he comes up the Clubhouse. This is all on his own, so this is going to be a real time of what would happen if you're on your own, really. So I'll show you just how much slower you'll be. As he heads through La Source, he'll get one more attempt. Puts it in 6th. 3:45.2, so a good 4.6 off the pace then on his own. There's Tim, there's Slider Gas. Jack going back to the pits, one home over in the pits, Whitford in the pits, and Edu in the pits. All having enough of qualifying. As we continue to watch Slider Gas, 28 now on his own. So in a similar situation to Jack here. Through Le Carrier and up towards Blanchimont. Massive circuit, 14.1 Ks. They're doing it in a shade under 4 minutes. To the flick right, flick left. And now he heads to Blanchimont. He's have to go down gear. No, he's gone down. Another one through Blanchimont. D. Whitehouse has finished his qualifying in the pit lane. We follow Sliding Gas towards Clubhouse. And towards La Source for his one and only lap time, you'd have to assume. Only 3 seconds left on the clock. Time's up. So, what time does Sliding Gas put in? Across the line, goes 14 to 3:59.4. Tim will just a 4:02. Let's find out who's next to come across the line. There's Cam, the Les and Cam then. Coming up. Oh, that's Royston. Having a right old shimmy. There's Fraser then. Coming into La Source. What can he do? The Les and Cam also coming through now. So no improvement from Fraser. The Les up into 8th. Cam stays in 7th. Royston coming across the line. That looks like with Adam Morris on his tail. No, that's Jamie on his tail. No improvement from either there. Here comes Adam Morris. Again, no improvement from him. Ben Sully 2000, the last man to create and set a time. Currently down in 13th at 3:59.1. Can he move any further up the field? Find out in a minute. So Adam Morris does take pole position away from Jamie at 430 by 2.2 seconds. Now, do not let that phase you. That 2.2 purely based around the slipstream Adam got on his flying lap. Whitford 0 is in 3rd, Scooby G 4th, One High Mofo is in 5th, Jack in 6th, Cam 123 Diz in 7th, The Les in 8th, D Whitehouse 7 in 9th, Royston 10th, Edu 11th, Fraser 12th, Ben Sully stays in 13th with Slider Gas in 14th, and Tim rounding out the grid in 15th and last with a 4:02.283. Very tough qualifying for the boys there, because if you end up on your own, you are absolutely nowhere in the pack. You are absolutely nowhere. We now wait for the race to get underway here at Spa-Francorchamps. But Adam Morris and Jamie F430 looking good at the top. With Whitford, it's fair to say. I mean, 2.6 covering the top 3. But when the slipstream comes into play, when you have 15 cars trying to go towards Eau Rouge and Radion for the first time, it's going to be interesting. And people are going to have to be aware. It's fair to say caution will have to be taken through Eau Rouge. So we're here, classic Spa-Francorchamps. We have the 3 red lights, and we're green for 7 laps here in Belgium. And Adam Morris has not had a brilliant start because Jamie F430 is immediately going up into first place as we head into Eau Rouge for the first time. They're 3 wide behind though. Are they going to sort themselves out? Yes, they are. I think that's Edu with Royston, who's gone on the side. That's a cracking move from Royston through. Oh, and D Whitehouse 7 getting a good run off of Eau Rouge and Radion. Who is that? That is the Les, who's not had a good start. He's now down to 13th. There's Fraser down in 14th. But back at the front, and it's Jamie from Adam Morris. One High Mofo right behind him. Got to go careful. Doesn't want to be clipping the grass going into Les Combes. Oh, that was a car bouncing around. And that is Ben Sully 2000 going for a wander onto the grass. There's the Les, that's Fraser. Side by side. The Les just round to the grass, lucky not to lose the back end there. So we head down to Burnhamville for the first time. That's Scooby G. Possibly a penalty then being applied to Scooby G, because that is very slow moving heading towards Burnhamville. The championship leader not looking favourable here. Someone's had a bit of an accident, I think. It's One High Mofo Ended up on his front. Oh, God almighty, that is massive, monumental crashes. One high mofo on his roof. Oh, and another car collected in the fray. I think that was Fraser. But one high mofo is out of this race on his roof unless he's got a reset button. Game over. Adam Morris has overtaken Jamie for the lead though. At the front of the pack, there's Jack in third. A cracking start from him. Edu is up into fourth place. D Whitehouse 7 is in fifth. One high mofo retiring from the session, being on his roof. Great start from D Whitehouse 7. Royston is in sixth at the moment. There's Deleuze. He's into seventh. Whitford 8th. Ben Sully 9th. Cam 123 Diz down to 10th. Fraser 11th. Tim is in 12th. Well, a very good start from Tim. Going up a few places. There's Scooby G in 13th and Slider Gas in 14th. Obviously those two getting involved in that massive crash. But at the front is Adam Morris and Jamie F30 who are going tandem drafting through Le Carrier. You couldn't split these two apart if you even tried. On board with Jamie F430 on the bumper camera, although I think we might lose it during the race. Into Blanchimont we come then. See Jamie just backing off slightly before Blanchimont. The back end coming out. Very well saved. But he's lost a crucial bit of time to Adam Morris, although that slipstream effect should start to come back in as you go through Clubhouse. Also in a battle is Edu and D Whitehouse 7. They've come together on the circuit. Carson into La Source. D Whitehouse 7 not even thinking of a move there. Too far behind. Will look for a good run. And that he might have. Behind this you have Deleuze as well. There's Royston. Tim and Scooby G close on the circuit at the moment. And that's a move done by Scooby G. Into 12th place for the championship leader. Back with Edu and D Whitehouse 7. D Whitehouse looking to make a move here on the Spaniard. Up towards Lecomte. Hit the brakes. D Whitehouse 7 a little bit wide, but he may get a good exit. Squaring up the corner. These two can work together. They're bound to catch Jack because Jack has got no slipstream. And speaking of slipstream, these two at the front again starting to come together on the circuit. Can Jamie F430 get the wheels to get past Adam Morris? Edu still keeping his score against D Whitehouse. Royston in a very strong 6th place right now. Adam Morris and Jamie though working well together. They've put 5 seconds between themselves and Jack. Jamie looks to make a move down the Master Straight. They head to the Master King side by side. Although Adam Morris will slot it behind now, take the slipstream again through the Master Kink. Perfect type of teamwork, but here comes Adam Morris down the Hollowell straight now. He'll look to retake the lead, heading towards Hollowell and Stavelot. And Jamie again slots in behind, still looks to the inside just in case. But nothing happening, these two. A shining example of teamwork when in the early parts of a race between two racers who we know can go toe to toe. Edu and D Whitehouse 7 getting really close as well. And they are catching Jack at the moment. They're only 2.6 behind Jack TM53 Synopsis. No slipstream is a very painful procedure when you're at the classic Spa Francorchamps. On board with D Whitehouse 7 though. Jamie has retaken the lead from Adam Morris. So I think we're going to see a lot of that as they try to pull away from the pack. Yeah, D Whitehouse 7 picking up the slipstream quite nicely. We have a look to the side now. Heading up towards the kink left. Right, left even, before Blanchimont. Oh, getting a bit tight there for D Whitehouse 7. Backs out of it before Blanchimont though. And yet again, these two swapping places now before they go to La Source. Adam Morris in the lead. There is Edu. Managed to put about a second between him and D Whitehouse 7. 2 seconds to Jack, so this is going to turn into a three-way battle here for third place. 7 seconds is the gap between Jack and the leading pair. And Morris has put around 0.8 of a second to Jamie at 4:30. Although look for that to immediately evaporate as the slipstream takes effect. But again, D Whitehouse 7 having a run on Edu. Again, he looks the inside, has to back out of it. They go down the Camel and into Les Combes for the third time of 7 here. And for the third time of 7, D Whitehouse 7 not being able to make that move. We join the Les, who has got Whitford 0 on his tail, so these two will be catching up to Royston now. If they work together. There is Royston. Fraser and Scooby G. Looking like a battle might commence between those two at some point during the Grand Prix. And here's another change for the lead. Jamie F430 makes another move for the lead down the straight. That was down the Master Straight, and now Adam Morris will get the run onto the Hollowell Straight instead. Here we go for another change of lead. There we go, Adam Morris now in the lead as we come down towards Hollowell. And Jamie concedes. Same straight for Edu and D Whitehouse 7. Not the same effect though for D Whitehouse 7. And there's Royston. He's been very much caught by the Les and Whitford. This is now a 3-car battle for 6th place. Oh, but we've got issues between Edu and D Whitehouse 7. And here comes that battle behind them. We've just seen in the background Whitford passing the Les. But this is now going to be a 5-car battle for 4th place. Jack's been let off the hook. He's now off down the road. But here comes Royston, who takes 4th place away from Edu now. D Whitehouse 7 down to 7th. Now be 8th place now as the Les overtakes him. But Royston's still under attack from Edu as we head through Le Carrier. Edu taking that spot. And Royston with Whitford on his tail. On board, we're alongside. This is going to be a done deal from Whitford. Yes, it is. Through the little kink chicane into Blanchimont. The Les running a little bit wide into the grass again. At the back, Slidergas has gradually caught up with Tim here for 13th place. Jamie, we have had another change in the lead. Be interesting. Oh, into the barriers for Whitford. Lucky to get away with it. But Royston now has the Les up the inside. He's run a bit wide through La Source. DY House 7 does not capitalise. Possibly a little bit of a tap. Yes, it was. So DY House 7 not capitalising because he tapped Royston into that issue. But now going down the Camel. Can DY House 7, he's had a lot of issues at the moment. DY House 7 going down that straight. Trying to make a move, not quite working. We're on lap 4. Any comments? If you have any comments on the race, do put them down. We'll read them out and could have a little discussion with them because it's an interesting topic, this racetrack and car. So we continue to race here at the Classic Spa Francorchamps. Adam Morris back into the lead. I don't know how many lead changes we've had. It'd be interesting to see actually. As we now see Jamie F13 getting the slipstream down the Master straight. Will he be able to make a move before the Master kink? Look at this speed difference. He decides to back out of it through the Master kink. He'll take the slipstream through the Hollowell straight. And expect another change for the lead here. Or not. Adam Morris holding his own here down the Hollowell straight into Hollowell and Stavelot. Chris Jordan there saying it's a very lonely race without slipstream. I will agree with you. Something like that. I think Slider Gas has passed Tim. Yeah, Tim's in the barrier. Oh, that's a big... He's been sent to space. How has he managed to land that back on the circuit? And carry that? That's phenomenal driving that from Tim. He's managed to create a M1 Procar space shuttle. I think Tim deserves bonus championship points for that. Back at the front though, and Jamie has retaken the lead from Adam Morris. Although behind. Yeah, that does beat Jamie's flip. It's the fact that he's managed to land it perfectly back on 4 wheels and just drive off Martin. I don't know how he's managed it. I mean, that is sensational piloting skills. We do resume the battle for 4th place. Whitford right behind Edu. I think DY House 7 has fallen off the back of Royston, and Ben Sully is now right behind him. I will be downloading that and clipping that as a... I might put that as a bit of a GIF, because that would be quite an amusing thing to have. But Ben Sully looking around the outside of DY House 7 and that. Oh, that is an absolute beautiful move. Absolutely beautiful. Round the outside of the left-hander before Blanchimont and up towards Clubhouse. Into La Source. Does DY House 7? He goes to the outside. He's going to look for a better run out here. We look for the switchback, and clever defending from Ben Sully 2000. Blocking the apex, parking the bus effectively. Very nicely done. Back up for 4th place though. Whitford starting to catch. Edu in the slipstream as we head through the Camel. I would say straight, but it's not very straight at the moment. In 1970. So we head towards Lecombe for the 5th time of 7. Oh, that's a bit twitchy from Whitford. Well saved. But he's now got to work hard to get back up towards Edu here. And DY House 7 has got back past Ben Sully. I'm assuming through Camel. He's managed to do that. Jamie is now leading this race on lap 5 as they head down the Master Straight. Let's have a look here. What does Adam Morris do? I think he's going to use the slipstream down the Hollowell straight instead. Adam Morris's view from the cockpit. Look at this slipstream on this. Down the Hollowell straight, down the hill. Doesn't complete the move into Hollywell, although he'll look for a good run from through Stavelot. Back with Whitford. So we head through Stavelot. Towards Blanchimont we go. Through Le Carrier. And at the front, Adam Morris, side by side with Jamie F13. This yet again for the lead. Into the flick right, flick left. Now towards Blanchimont for these two. And Adam Morris retakes the lead. Back with Whitford and Edu. Edu running wide through Blanchimont, and this will give Whitford the run he's been looking for really as he heads up towards Clubhouse. Whitford almost sensed he was just having to wait for a mistake, although he's run a bit wide through the Clubhouse. Luckily gets away with it into La Source. I'll say at this point, Royston down in 7th with Ben Sully right behind him and D. Whitehouse 7. This the battle for 7th place. Now if you are wondering where the championship leader is, who is NGR Scooby G, well, he's here. He's down in 11th place. He got caught up in an accident early on, and obviously with no slipstream or help to get on, he has not done so well. Back with this battle, and D. Whitehouse 7 is right on the back of Ben Sully coming through Eau Rouge. And that through Radion. That's a bit wide though from D. Whitehouse 7 into the barrier. That's going to lose a lot of momentum down the straight. We head down the Kemmel curves. Ben Sully looking to shape up a move here on Royston as we come closer and closer to Les Combes. All over the grass again for D. Whitehouse 7. Down the inside of Le Combes, that's very opportunistic, not quite going to pay off for Ben Sully, but praising the effort there. Looking at that open door through Eau de la Côte. And down towards Bernaville for the penultimate time. He looks to the inside of Bernaville. That looks to be like a job done. That is job done. Oh, and D. Whitehouse 7 looking to try and get involved with that. Looking to try and follow Ben Sully through, but Royston shuts the door. As he goes through Malmedy. Offline from Royston, and he doesn't get a good enough run, and D. Whitehouse 7 takes 8th place. And whilst that's going on, Edu is in the middle of an overtake with Whitford. This for 4th place through the Master Kink. So using the slipstream down the Master Straight, but now he's got to defend very hard towards Hollowell, because now Whitford picks up that slipstream down the Hollowell Straight and now is downhill for good measure. Both these guys, it looks like they're using loose setup because they're topping out at 179 through Hollowell and Stavelot. Wide from Whitford, he's clipped the barrier. Get away with it though. Back at the front though, and Adam Morris still defending from Jamie FL30 now. These two will no longer be thinking of getting away from the back of the pack. This time, this next lap is all about warfare. as Jamie looks to take the lead yet again. They head towards the kink, right and left before Blanchimont, and Jamie F13 just take the lead. As we head into Blanchimont though, so Morris might have a bit more speed coming out of Blanchimont, coming up towards Clubhouse. As that's happening, these two getting close as well. Through Clubhouse for Jamie. See, that is, I believe, Slider Gas up ahead at the source. It is, he's in the barrier. And the source they go. DY House 7 has overtaken Ben Sully though, but they are still going toe to toe. They head through Blanchimont, not the right line that from Ben Sully, both of them on the grass. Ben Sully into the barrier. Down towards. Through Clubhouse up towards La Source. Oh, in DY House 7 has clipped the inside of the hairpin, allowing Ben Sully to re-overtake him for 8th place. No, he hasn't. Sorry, this is for 7th. DY House 7 lucky to get away with that one as they head through Rouge up through Radion. But the slipstream should take effect now for Ben Sully. See him closing in down this Camel Curve road. Looks to the outside through the left-hander. Through the right. Will he have a look at the inside at Lecombe? No, he doesn't. Oh, but he has clipped him through Lecombe. DY House 7 getting away with it. Ben Sully having to wait, and that's Royston making an overtake. That's not ideal. Cam just about squeezing behind him. Back at the front though, this is the final lap, remember. We head through towards the Master Kink. Jamie F30 still in the lead of this. He's Adam Morris biding his time. Oh, that is close racing between the two. These two know each other very well, know each other's styles. This being the final lap, there will be no mercy given. As Adam Morris looks to the inside of Hollowell. He will get the move done at Hollowell. Hollowell. Into Stavelot. Now he has to defend like mad because Jamie F30 is right behind him. This is the battle for the lead on the final lap, lap 7-7. See the slipstream from Jamie F30 as we head through Le Carrier. Towards the flick right left then, before we hit Blanchimont. He is absolutely bumper to bumper. Jamie F30 looks like he's managed to get into the lead here before we hit the flick right and left into Blanchimont. Adam Morris backing out of it. Into Blanchimont then for the final time. Adam Morris all over the back of the leader right now as we head towards Clubhouse for the final time. Whifford has re-overtaken Edu, but this is for the lead. Who's going to take the win here? Adam Morris looking for a switchback. It's not quite going to happen, and Jamie F30 will take the win here at Classic Spa-Francorchamps from Adam Morris. Jack TM53 synopsis. He will take a well-deserved podium position, but Edu has managed to get back ahead of Whitford as we come through La Source, and it will be Edu who takes 4th place, and with that the championship lead here going into the winter break. Oh, hang on. He's just given his place up to Whitford, has he? The Les coming home for 6th place. I don't know if that's a timing error on Project Car's behalf, but Whitford is showing in 4th. No idea what happens there. The Les comes home for 6th. D Whitehouse 7. A good race for him in 7th place. Royston in 8th. Ben Sully has Scooby G right behind him, but he will take 9th place. And just Scooby in 10th. Cam 123 D's. That's 11th place. It won't be over the moon with that at all. Fraser, another man who is at the back, who we thought might be at the front, again getting caught up in incidents. He finishes in 12th. So Jamie FL30 wins from Adam Morris. Jack is in 3rd. Whitford 0 is in 4th. Edu is in 5th. Deleuze 6th. D Whitehouse 7 is in 7th. Royston 8th. Now let me just have a look at this. Yeah, but according to the time, the gaps of the times, yeah, Whitford did take 4th. Interesting. Ben Sully 9th. Scooby G is in 10th. Cam 123 Diz in 11th. Fraser 12th. Tim in 13th. Sliding Gas 14th. And One Home Mofo retired on his roof. And Martin saying for Adam to kick Jamie's bottom there, which unfortunately he didn't. Jamie taking the win. Fastest lap going to, I think, Adam Morris. No, it wasn't. Edu, 42.2. Yes, Edu takes fastest lap with a 3:42.244. But a fantastic bit of racing here tonight from the Group A1s in the M1 Pro Cars. Now, next up will be round number 4. In theory, should be after the new year. Round 4 is Bathurst in the Ford Sierra Cosworth. So the Cosworth Bathurst Battle Royal is next. I don't think it'll be next week. I think it'll be after the new year, after the winter break. But from the Group A1s tonight, thank you for watching. And join us next for the modern touring cars from Silverstone National. Make sure you join us then in about 10 minutes time. But from the Group A1s, thank you for joining and watching. Have a good night.